Hello and welcome to Psalm a Day. Well, I guess Psalm in the evening. My name is Evan. I'm one of the ministers at St Mary's Anglican Church. And today for Psalm a Day, we're reading verses 1 to 7 of Psalm 145. We're going to do the second part of it tomorrow at church. But let's get stuck into the first part of this psalm. Psalm 145. I will exalt you, my God the King. I will praise your name forever and ever. Every day I will praise you and extol your name forever and ever. Great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. His greatness no one can fathom. One generation will commend your works to another. They will tell of your mighty acts. They will speak of the glorious splendor of your majesty, and I will meditate on your wonderful works. They will tell of the power of your awesome works, and I will proclaim on your great deeds. They will celebrate your abundant goodness and joyfully sing of your righteousness. And so here is a psalm of David, and we're kicking off, and he has nothing but praise for God, and it's actually really wonderful. There's a bit of to and fro between the generations and him, what they will do, what he will do, and it is really lovely. I guess there's two things that I love two things that I'm thinking about in this psalm. One thing is that the psalmist, David, doesn't ask God for anything. All he wants to do is sing praise to God, pray prayers of praise to God. And of course, this is always a challenge for me because I guess my prayers always have petition. They always have me asking God for stuff in them. And so here is a psalmist not doing that. Here is a psalmist just spending time in prayer, giving praise to God. And so I look up to that. And I see that as something that I should engage in way more often. The second thing that I see, and I want to look at particularly on verse 4. One generation will commend your works to another, and they will tell of your mighty acts. And now here is, I guess, one of the main reasons why I'm in a job, and that's we are told to tell the gospel, not just to the people around us, but to pass it on to the generations after us. We are tasked by this, by God in this, and we can trace this back, particularly back to Deuteronomy, where parents are meant to tell children, and generations tell another generation like this here. And maybe sometimes we can lose sight of this. Sometimes we can feel that maybe people are too young for us to be relevant to them, for us to know what to say to them. And this is sometimes, like a conversation I could have almost very regularly with people that we can get caught into thinking that, we don't know what we say to young people because we don't know anything about them. We can't really speak to kids. We can't really speak to youth. But relationships in the Bible they transcend. That is, they go past barriers. They go past gender barriers. They go past they go past money barriers. They go past likes and dislike barriers. They go past age barriers. They always do, which is the wonderful thing about the gospel. We're united in this, and so our older generations. Or if there is a generation younger than you, you should feel the I would say burden, but it's not a burden. You should feel the joy, the responsibility it is to share the gospel with that generation. Whether that means mentoring, if you're in your 60s or up, mentoring someone who's in their 40s or 50s, and likewise down. And of course, if you're in any of those ages, talking to kids and youth. Asking what they're reading, asking what they're doing, asking what their kids and youth programs have been about, and teaching the gospel to them, modelling the gospel in everything we think, say, and do. This is something that spans the entire Bible in its cry. Sometimes we can forget, but don't forget. Don't forget this week. Don't forget this weekend. Find a young person, or a younger person, maybe, if you like. Mentor them. Read the Bible with them. With the John challenges coming out, read the Bible with someone younger than you. Or if you're young, seek out a mentor. Seek out someone who you can read the Bible with, someone who is older than you, someone who is godly, so that person can be used by God to grow you. You can't just kind of sit back and expect God to do all the work. No, actually, even if we are the younger people, we need to be going out and seeking people to mentor us and to teach the gospel to us. Well, I think that's all I'm going to say. If I say more, I'm going to give too much of my game away tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you at church. Grace and peace to you.